What's up, guys? Welcome back to Beyond Belief React. Today we're going to be checking out how YouTubers or rich YouTubers spend all their millions. If you do going to enjoy this video, give it that big like. Make sure to subscribe. Here we go.
This is how the richest YouTubers spend their millions. Starting with the Maverick himself. Logan Paul's absolutely raking it in with his multi-million-dollar boxing matches and massive brand prime. But he loves spending money even more than making it. And lately he's been showing off just how much he's willing to spend on his favorite collectibles. See that necklace? It's not just part of his wrestling costume, it's one of the most valuable pieces of bling in the world.
It's cool though. I feel two ways about it, right?
Pokemon card in existence. The one-of-a-kind PSA 10 rated Pikachu Illustrator.
It's pretty cool though.
Logan dropped an insane $5.3 million.
I mean, it's mental how much it is though.
Logan isn't just collecting cards of monsters, he's buying the real thing. Dinosaurs. Like his buddy Dudley, the 66
I didn't know that. I didn't know.
Skull.
Why is he doing that?
Accent piece in his house.
Why?
500 grand.
Jesus, why though?
Because Logan's
they should be in museums though for me.
Crazy extravagant purchases, and even ones that make Logan's jaw drop. See, Jake's a collector too, but with a more classic vibe than his brother. When Andrew Tate asks, "What color's your Bugatti?" Jake can answer, "Rose gold." But Jake's Bugatti,
I personally don't like Jake Paul, so I feel a certain way, but
he wears it on his wrist. Instagram fashion pages went crazy when they caught Jake sporting this insanely rare
Okay. I want to pause because I feel a certain way about this. I feel a certain way. Like when people are this, like when people are this rich, right? I feel a way of like people have worked so hard throughout their life. I'm not saying it's like these two or anybody on this video, but like if you have worked so hard in your life to get to where you are and you've done great things, and you deserve to like also treat yourself, and you deserve to have the riches and have that greatness of what that money brings you. So I do think there's like that side of it, but there's also like elements here where like you look at stuff and it's like people are buying just like things that they don't need, like buying like dinosaurs. I mean, you know, like cars and stuff, fair dues, you know, fair dues. But there's just things that you don't need. But then again, I'll never ever have like anything like that. But you like think about just why though, you know?
Definitely dropped enough for a house on this.
Do you know?
Not enough for his house. Jake and his brother left boring old LA behind and moved out to the island of enchantment, Puerto Rico. But Jake couldn't really call it home till he closed on a $16 million deal on this massive 8-bedroom, 13,000 square foot.
Wow, Jesus. I mean, it's lovely, obviously, it's amazing.
But not all rich YouTubers just blow.
But it's like, do you ever think like
some actually prefer to
how much money? I'm not saying they should, but like imagine they did something.
He was just 15 when his streams blew up.
They did something good with it instead of like spending like $1 million on some jewelry. Imagine you took that $1 million and you like gave it to charity. I'm not saying, I don't know. I'm being devil's advocate.
When a fan listed this Roblox skin on the market, it was clearly supposed to be a joke. I mean, just look at this thing. With a
okay, this is a bit silly, Speed, bro. What are you doing?
I'm not sure
Speed, what you doing, bro?
Speed or the kid that's
Speed, bro, what you doing? Oh, what are you doing?
Young kids who got famous by acting crazy.
Oh no.
Are so
I love Kai.
Crazy. Like Steve.
He's funny.
Steve's garage looks like the set of a Fast and Furious movie with how many supercars he's got.
Jesus.
I guess that money goes pretty far.
I don't even know what that is.
A different head turner every day of the week. He's got the McLaren 720S on Monday.
Like, have a few cars, fair enough. Like, fair enough. But like, these guys have got like cars on cars.
Classic Roma. Of course, he's not one of those strict fanboys. He's also treated himself to a Lamborghini Huracan.
Wow, it's nice. It's nice.
Barely scratching the surface of Steve's car collection. We still haven't mentioned the Audi R8 and the
like,
Porsche 911.
you're never gonna. I feel a way of like you're never gonna drive them all though. I mean, maybe you will.
$1.8 million.
It's crazy how much money these guys have. And again, you know, the thing of like,
maybe you could get a little
you know,
inspiration from whistling.
I mean, some of them I don't know. You know, Speed and stuff I know, but it's like, you know, fair enough, man. Like, you worked really hard, I imagine, you know, to get there. You know, go and spoil yourself and treat yourself, and I hope people like spoil and give things to their family, and I hope that you know, and I'm sure these people do give back to like their friends and family and the community and stuff, and you know, we're just not seeing it on this video, or maybe they don't. I mean, I don't know, but hopefully they do. You know, hopefully they do give back to charities, and it's one of those things though, isn't it? Like, you don't really hear about people giving to charity and things like that often. You just don't. Like, this is the stuff you hear about. This is the media you hear about, but you don't ever see people giving back in media. But I'm sure that they do, you know. This is pretty cool stuff that, like, you know, like Mr. Beast, right? Where Mr. Beast spends like millions on like a video.
And it seems like he might
I think it's cool, you know, like, fair enough. I think if you're gonna spend your loads of money making great content, then fair dues. I think that's really sick.
This wild-looking machine's called the Sherp, an ATV that's marketed as being the strongest car in the world. Danny spent all of that money just to disprove that claim, and found a way to completely destroy this behemoth. But nothing on wheels even comes close to the insane way Kwebbelkop spends his YouTube money.
Yeah, but like, this is fine though. But you know, why not? Why not?
The Sunny V2 Survivor had made it to the top of the YouTube world, but that wasn't enough. He had to be on top of the whole world by buying out the top floor penthouse. Inside, the whole place is decked out with enough.
I mean, but this isn't as, I don't think this is as bad though in comparison.
More than $200,000.
Okay, that's pretty wild. Okay.
Top the breathtaking view he gets to wake up to every single morning from the master bedroom.
All right, it's pretty mental.
And no penthouse is complete without a pool, which Kwebbelkop had to have custom installed on the balcony with a crane. So how much must he have spent?
I think it's cool. For me, like, I don't think this is as okay. Well, never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
Were wrong when they said gaming was a waste of time. The fashion brand.
It'd be interesting to hear what you guys have to say about this. Like, I'm trying to be the angel and the devil here. I'm trying to play both sides. But don't get me wrong, some of this stuff is really freaking cool, and some of these like apartments and houses and stuff are really awesome.
Craziest gadgets on the market. While a regular Xbox is just a few $100, adding the Gucci logo all over it adds a couple zeros. With MKBHD dropping $10K on it. The game console comes delivered in its own Gucci suitcase.
It's pretty cool though. To be honest, but if I had 10K, I mean, it's not too bad. 10K on, you know, I don't know. Pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Mr. Who's the Boss is England's biggest tech reviewer, and he wanted to cement that title by unboxing the most expensive phone on the planet, the Caviar Gold phone.
What?
That's a phone? Extra product of all time. It's a Samsung Galaxy S21.
That's a phone?
With a kilogram of pure 24 karat gold slapped on the back. And I mean fully. There's so much gold on this thing that the cameras are blacked out. And while that much gold is worth about $60,000 by itself, the gold phone costed a staggering $170,000.
Jesus.
But before you think that's too much for something that's going to be outdated in a few years, just know the phone gets automatically replaced anytime a new model comes out. But even the most priced out phone in the world can't compare to the kind of bling another British YouTuber likes to rock.
Okay, that's quite neat. That's quite neat. That's quite neat, to be fair. At least you can like swap out the phone with a new one. That's quite cool. But like, do you need gold on the back of your phone? No, not really. I mean, it's also the thing of like, like me and you, right? How much do we use our phones on a day-to-day basis all the time? Especially me, I'm on my phone all the time. You could never use that phone. Like, you could never go out in public using that phone. You just couldn't, right? Like, if that was worth 140k or whatever it was, right? Like, you could just never use it. Do you know what I mean? There's just like, some of these things are just so limited in their like practicality. I mean, at least in my opinion. Like, would I ever walk out with that? No, I'd never, right? Oh yeah, KSI's a thing.
Not really into Pokemon. He likes Dragon Ball more, and that's why he ordered this insane.
But I think it's cool though. Like, if you really like something, you know, why not? Why not? It's pretty. It's, you know.
Like sapphires and yellow diamonds.
I like KSI.
550 hours to make.
Jesus, yeah, I remember when he got this.
Cheap, with Lord Beerus costing KSI $500,000.
It's mad, isn't it? It's mad. It's madness.
One YouTuber that spends more money than anyone else ever could. You knew this was coming.
But Mr. Beast spends his money on videos. I think this is different.
On a mission to give away every dollar he makes.
Yeah, but this is completely different now.
Subscribers across
Mr. Beast in a different category.
43 billion.
For me.
That's a whole lot of dollars. He once spent $5 million recreating every set from Squid Game. where
I'll tell you my opinion on Mr. Beast.
For $456,000. Or there was the time he made and gave away a full-size Willy Wonka's
I think that's awesome, though. That's amazing. I need to watch that. I haven't seen it.
Worth $500,000. But what's even crazier than that has to be buying a $700,000 private island just
I didn't even know.
100th million subscriber.
Jesus Christ, I didn't even know that happened.
Giving away a $2.5 million
That's mad.
jet to YouTuber Rhoda Shaw. Even outside his videos,
I didn't know Harry had that. Jesus Christ.
In 2023, he bought an entire neighborhood in South Carolina so all his employees could live in nice houses that were close to work. Damn.
Wow. Fair play. See, okay. I don't want to ramble on too much, right? But Mr. Beast, right, I think is completely different because a lot of those people that we've seen buy lots of physical items that don't really have a value to anybody else apart from that individual, right? Super cool, especially if you're into like one specific thing like Dragon Ball and you really like that, then that's like sick and you should get it. That's like awesome. But like Mr. Beast spends all of his money on creating content. Like no one else, in my opinion, is creating content like he creates content, right? There's no one making videos like him. They're super unique, they're amazing, they're fun to watch, they're entertaining. We love Mr. Beast, right? And he also spends so much money, as we've seen, on other people. There's not like, that comes back to what we were saying earlier, right? There's not enough people doing what he's doing. Obviously, he can afford to do that, but like he buying houses for like his staff or buying an island for someone. Like he goes around and like actively on a regular basis, like his videos, he gives away loads of money, a lot of the time, right? Going around and doing actively good things for other people, I think that's super cool and that is admirable and respectable and, that big up Mr. Beast, man, because maybe there's other people that probably wouldn't do the things that he did. So Mr. Beast, bro, if you ever watch this, you're the guy. Well, there we go. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you on some more videos very soon.